So now, once you have a few tasks and milestone phases in a particular project, now it's time to go a bit deeper into how those different elements interact as well, right? So first, I'll show you a discussion. So discussion is very basic, it's a basically chat solution. So I'll just put in like chat. So you can create as many chat rooms as you want. As you have more people in the company, you'll be able to add those people in this chat section as well. As there is only me in this, it doesn't pop up. But if you have more people, it will show up in this chat section as well. Then you can basically chat, share, share files, and you can highlight even messages as well. You can highlight important messages as well, and you can share files as well. So it's basic. There's not a lot to look into. Then there is Doc Hub. So Doc Hub is basically simple is the central sort of documents that you have for any client or any project that you are managing. So for example, even if it's a client, that client has probably sent you some guidelines or requirements that you want to give access to everyone that is part of this project. Then what you can do is just upload those central files here as well, and those central files will be shared there. So that is how you can create doc hubs as well. Then there is project workflow. So the idea of workflow is to basically automate a few of those notifications that you want to trigger, or events that you basically want to trigger in the project. So for example, as we have already shown, you can change statuses right from the Kanban board. So but what you might want, say for example, you are a development team, right? And something has gone from to front end to like QA or review, or even if you are a digital agency and you want design that's been done to design being basically have a review, right? So once it hits the review section, you want it to be notified to particular personnel who's in charge of the review, so that if that person get notified, they can instantly see whether this design is right or not, right? So what you can do with this is basically when the status changes, say from in progress to say done. I'm saying that once this happens, give me a notification. So what will happen is whenever someone changes a task to in progress to done, I'll get a notification. So this is how, and then there are plenty of other workflows. So once an item get completed, if you don't want for example, you don't want more than 10 tasks in pending at any given point, right? Because that means you have too many backlogs. You can automate a whole bunch of things from here. Uh, and we are constantly adding even newer cool automation features as well. So once you put in all those automation in place, it will just make your life a significantly more easier. And then there is wiki section as well. So wiki section is doc hub is basically for you to upload documents. Wiki is more of for you to create documents as well. So you can create as many documents as you want. uh, so you can create document, then you can even add newer document as well. So you can just create this document, and as you go along, you can create more documents and save those documents here as well. So that is for wiki. And for configuration, this is more of project settings. So as you've seen in the earlier video, that if you want to change a deadline, you have to put in a reason why the deadline has been changed. You can edit those reasoning as well. Our idea is that once you have a month or 2 months worth of data, then you can look back into those reasons why these things are being delayed, and then you can work on that. uh, then you have approval configuration as well. So for example, if you want that if there is a delay, it has to go through an approval process, then you can create those approval group as well, who are going to be the person that are responsible for approval. So I'll just create a group, right? Approver, right? So I'll just put in I'm the one who's going to be approver. So that means that whenever someone is changing a deadline, they have to ask for an approval from me. And if only I give an approval, only then those deadlines will be changed, right? So that is how we can sort of maintain an approval process as well. So we've gone through all of this. The last thing that we really remain is sprint. So that might not be relevant unless you are a tech team, but it's basically like nuclear. So we have already gone through all of this. The last thing that really remains is sprint. So it might not be relevant unless you are a tech team. So what you can do with sprint is basically create a sprint and set up a goal. Again, end date, start date, uh, like auto start sprint. I'll just put in some end date and I'll just put in launch our MVP, right? There's my sprint goal. I'll just create a new sprint. So now I've created sprint. So once you've created sprint, what you can see is once you go to a task, you can add this task to sprint. So it'll show like now you can add this task to sprint. And if you go to sprint, it will show that there's a task that you can add. You can also add other stuff from here as well. And the sprint will give you a quick sort of overview of how the sprint is going from this cool insight button here as well. So that is roughly like everything that goes on within project and like all the different features that we have on offer for you. There are like a lot of other nuances as well. We'll go down this in future videos as well.